Hi there, happy Monday. I've had a busy day today actually. Stripped the bed, did a pile of washing. I was going to do washing at the weekend, but my daughter-in-law and my son stripped their old, what do you call it, camper van. Because unfortunately it was stored over the winter and the roof failed and everything in the camper van was basically ruined or whatever, needed washing and drying and sorting out. So the washer was on the go all over the weekend, so I decided to wait until today. I've got quite a bit to tell you today, really. Before I forget, Sue rang. She'd been to see the baby and had a little cuddle. I've not seen a photograph of it or anything yet, so I can't give you any more information. Right, where shall I start? I'll start with my white cardigan because most of you saw me knitting it on the live, Saturday Night Live. I finished it, but it's not been blocked out yet. There it is. It's got a very deep rib. If you want to know the pattern, you have to go back a couple of videos and I'll show you there. So it's all finished. It's going to be a snug fit, but I'm hoping maybe I might weigh a bit less by my summer. One never knows. Anyway, I went in my shed basically to do some tidying up. I will make a video in there actually because I've moved the doll's house now so I can actually see. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to set my timer. Bear with me 1 minute while I do that. Oh gosh, I've got a message there I don't want to lose, but never mind. Why can I not set my timer when I want one? Stop it, stop it, stop it. Oh, here we go. As you know, this camera is sort of pretty kind of, I won't say rubbish, it's not rubbish, but it doesn't do what I want it to do, you know, as regards to, why is it saying 50 odd minutes? I don't want 50 odd minutes. My camera doesn't do 50 odd minutes. Right, let's do 26 minutes, yeah, because I've been chatting for a bit, haven't I? No, this camera only does 30 minutes before it cuts off. It does restart itself, but that means I have 2 videos instead of 1, and I don't like that. Because I am rubbish at editing. You probably realise that. If ever you've watched any of my videos, you get the bloopers and all, don't you? Because I'm no good at editing. Anyway, I picked the buttons in the shed. Yeah. I had to go back in the shed today because I picked the buttons in the shed and forgot them. I left them in the shed. So I had a bit of a drama while I was in the shed. I fell over. You know what I'm like on 2 feet. Can't stand on them. Fell over. Backwards. I always go backwards. I never go forwards, which some people say it's a good thing because at least I don't break my wrists, you know. So I went backwards and landed on a plastic tub, you know, those big plastic tubs. Smashed it to smithereens, of course, because I'm such a teeny tiny delicate little person. Anyway, fortunately, the chair stopped me going, because normally when I go backwards, I bang my head. Anyway, I'm sitting on the floor thinking, well, this is great, isn't it? My family's in the house, I'm in the shed. Luckily, I'd taken my phone. So I'm going, Ian, you've got a few minutes, can you just come and pick me up, please? Why, what have you done? I've fallen over. I cannot get up. When I'm on the floor, that's it. Of course, then I get a lecture. Blah, 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 blah. What if you'd have been on your own and what if we hadn't have been in? I thought, well, I wouldn't have gone in the shed in the first place if you hadn't been in, because I know what I'm like. I don't need any alcohol. I'm just drunk on 2 feet, you know. Anyway, that is not what I was going to talk to you about. I told you about my cardigans. I've shown you the buttons I chose. I will show you the shed because I've moved the doll's house and I've done a little bit of tidying. But to be quite honest, there's quite a lot of work to do in there because it's, as my daughter-in-law said when they came and picked me up, it's no wonder you fall over. There's no room for your feet in here, which I agree. Because I'm a little bit lazy when it comes to putting things in the shed. I tend to totter across the lawn, open the shed door and put them in. Which is not a good idea when you trip over anything, yeah? I really need to put them away tidily. But that might take 10 extra minutes, which Let's face it, yeah. Anyway, while I was twittering about trying to decide what to make after my white cardigan, I just made 2 little hats. This was some wool I got from Lolly's. I can't tell you what it was except it was Turkish. Very nice, very stiff. This was the remnants of the wool that I got from Aldi. I had to let another colour in it because I didn't have enough. But I just put a little, where is it, little? I might put a little button in the middle of that flower thing there. Might put a little button in there. Anyway, I bought myself something. You know my favourite shop is Moonbeams and Mayhem. Well, I bought myself a poncho. Well, it's a very silky sort of over-toppy poncho. It's got fringing on it, yeah? Very fringy. I thought, oh, I've got to have that. I mean, it's too cold for this kind of weather, but it's lovely, isn't it? No, it's just me. Just me. My friend would probably say, did they do it in pink? Or did they do it in beige? No. No, they do it in Janet's flamboyant colours. Yay! Anyway, I did start crocheting. I did actually attempt to start it on Saturday, but I couldn't concentrate. The pattern I found, I've had it years, it's now discontinued. It's called the Deerfield Vest. You might be able to find it somewhere on one of these way back when things, but that was what I was making. I've made it before, not had any problems. So I get some wool out, well, I call everything wool, out the shed. And it's Ice Yarn Magic Baby. That's the colours of it. Somebody's asked me, do they still do it? I have no idea because, as you know, much as I love some of the ice yarns, I just can't afford to order it directly from Ice anymore because of the import duties and the postage and the whatnot. But luckily I still have bits and pieces left in my shed. So they may still do it. It's Magic Baby and it doesn't have a colour on it. It doesn't have anything on it except Ice Yarn Magic Baby. So if you like it, maybe they still do it. My friend did show me some things that were for sale in the UK that are bits of ice. But you have to be careful with ice. I mean, Sue and I have both bought wool that's turned out to be a bit like a scouring pad, you know. It's not always as soft as you think it might do. One and Sue, I think, my big mistakes was to buy a beautiful looking yarn with a lurex in it. Oh, you couldn't do anything with it. You'd have made pan scrubbers with it, that's all it was fit for. So I'm a bit dubious about buying stuff anymore now. Although I will resort to buying it sort of second hand or through an English supplier if I have to, yeah. But at the moment I've still got stuff. Anyway, I started that Deerfield Vest in a 36-inch bust. Now I know that that baby yarn is fine, but I don't normally crochet tight. So I don't know what happened, but it's finished up being the size of a very sort of slender child. So I hope some child likes a long, slim waistcoat, because it's only measuring in at about 30 inches. That's all it measures. You might get away with 32 if you stretched it. It is pretty stretchy. And I don't kind of have the, you know, I used to have the decking in that I used to block everything out of. So I haven't got everything, all that sort of stuff. I haven't got a table outside yet because it's all stacked away for the winter. So it's a bit difficult to block anything at the minute. But anyway, it's very pretty. And if you do find the pattern, you know, you may still find the pattern. But it was a naturallykaren.com pattern. But it's from the year dot. No, it doesn't have a date on it. Sometimes my printer used to put a date on when I printed it off, but it hasn't, yeah. I did struggle a bit though, actually, because, you know, my eyesight's terrible these days, and the printing was ever so small. But I did manage it in the end, yeah. So, anyway, I'm going to get to the main point of what I was doing this video from. You may remember I told you I've got a friend in Devon that I've known for many, many years who's got a wool shop down there. And she'd seen a couple of my crochet things that she liked. And she was asking me how much it was and daddy. So we decided we would do a swap, you know, a barter exchange, whatever you want to call it. We decided we'd do that. Anyway, the parcel came today. And I've been very, very good. You know, most people have to rip up things open when they arrive. No. I thought I'll open it with you. Yeah. So, here we are. Parcel. I haven't opened it, as you can see. Oh, that's the little one having a little whoopie back. She's a little diva, by the way. For those of you who are lucky enough to see her on my live, she's 9 weeks old. She's a French bulldog. She's called Trixie Belle. Trixie the diva. She can't get her own way. She lets you know. She's ruling the roost. She's even ruling poor Rosie, who's 9 months old. And like 5 times the size of our little. And our little is only like, you know, the size of a kitten. So I've been tasked with making her a jacket. So I need a pattern for a tiny French bulldog. I've seen tiny patterns I've been looking on rather sort of half-heartedly, but they all seem to be for slim little dogs like a Chihuahua, whereas ours is a bit of a chunk, yeah. Right, let me look. Oh, looking interesting. Looking interesting. Let's pull out what I've got. I can see something in emerald. Oh, another colour. Let me put the bag down. I'll do a lot better. Well, I would do a lot better if I didn't drop it. Right, I'm going to look what I've got in here. Oh, that's lovely. Luxury. Is it what? Oh gosh, I can't see. My eyeballs are not working. Excuse me while I put my great huge bins on. So I haven't got my glasses, you see, because I can't do that until I get my other eye done. Oh, it's Rico. Luxury Magic Mohair. 50 grams. Polyester and mohair. Isn't that gorgeous? It's a beautiful shade. Oh, it doesn't look emerald on here. It's a beautiful shade of emerald green. Anyway, I'm sorry if it doesn't look emerald. Sorry if it's looking a bit weirdy coloured. This camera is not very good with colours. Anyway, isn't that beautiful? Made in Italy. Ooh, makes a change from Turkey, doesn't it? So I've got 2 in the green, and I've got 2 in black and red. That's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. What I will do, I'll take still photographs tomorrow in the daylight, because artificial light does alter things, doesn't it? I'll put pictures in daylight tomorrow. Let's have another delve. Another delve in my bag. Gosh, I think she's cornered the market on packing tape. Oh, boho spirit. Now you see, I've never had any of the plain colours before. That's beautiful. It's like a peacock green. You know I like boho spirit. And I do have some of colours left over, but I do a lot of, as you know, colourful things, zigzaggy things, granny square things. So I'd said to her, I don't mind if they're odd ones, I don't mind, because I can always use them up. So that's beautiful. That's what's it called? Peacock. Then I've got 2 in a lovely dusty pink, which my friend Jim will absolutely love. It's called Quartz. It's like a dusty pink. Again, we're on the boho spirit, yeah. So I've got 2 balls of that one. Oh, that's pretty. This is a Sue colour. This is a mustard colour. What's it called? Amber. I like that colour. It's a rich gold colour. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. And last but not least, look at that beautiful colour. It's called Azalea. Gorgeous. And I've got 4 of those. Again, it's all boho spirit. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, I'm going to have to take photographs of these in daylight. I really am. I'll have to put them away tonight because somebody whose name begins with Rosie will have them all around the back garden. Poppy's, Trixie's arrival has not dissuaded Poppy from her love of balls of yarn. Right, so in the boho I've got 4 of the pink, 4 of the gold, 2 of the pale pink, and 1 of this beautiful peacock colour. I can see something being made with that. If not the pale pink, definitely those 3 colours, aren't they gorgeous together? I see a me thing coming on. I was going to do things, you know, I'm doing a craft fair in March, but that is calling my name. That is not getting. I don't think that will make the craft fair. I think that has got my name all over it. You know what I'm like. The pale pink might make it to the craft fair if June doesn't see it first. And then the red and the green. Yeah, that probably would make the craft fair. I've got 2 balls of each, but it might make little tops or little boleros or something like that. I have been toying with the idea. In fact, I've got a pattern by, she called Maya Luna Corazon, I think she's called. She's on YouTube anyway. I did put a link on my last video underneath. And she's got some, if you've got granddaughters, daughters, or if yourself are only young, and you go to festivals or something, or you even going on holiday on the beach, these little, I call them festival tops. They're sort of bigger than a bra top, but they're not a full, you know, a full sleeveless cardigan. I mean, for me, no, but for the younger ones, yes. So I had promised the girl who helped me, she helped me with some things on my PC, because I was getting a bit fussed up with. And she's also going to help me with this craft fair. She said she'd come the day before and take some of my stuff with me and show me where it was and help me to unload some of my stuff for the night before. So I thought, brilliant. So she'd suggested that I made some festival tops that she thought they might sell. So I said, pick a pattern. And she goes, no, I'm paying you. I said, you're not paying me. I believe in paying my dues in whatever way I can. Somebody does me a good turn, I like to do one back, you know? What do they call it? Something in the community. You know, you pay it forward, that's it, pay it forward. So I ordered a pattern from Etsy. Although she has got some patterns, I think, on YouTube, but I think this one, I don't think it's on YouTube. I can't print it out, I can't show you it because it's 48 pages long. Because her patterns, although some of them are £6, very in-depth. They've got photographs, you know, with every stage of where you're up to, yeah? Some of them you don't have to buy the pattern, some of them will be on YouTube for free, yeah? And, you know, I don't mind paying for patterns when they're in-depth, when they tell you so much. The only argument, of course, is I can't print them out. As you know, my printer's on the fritz anyway. And to buy ink for my printer, you're talking about £30 for the black and then about £30 for the colour. So, you know, you could get another printer for that, really. So, as I said before, I'd love one of those that Usain Bolt advertises, but, you know, 300 quid for a printer's kind of a lot of money. Well, it is for me, anyway. So, cheers. Oh, dear. Well, I don't know whether I told you. I looked at my bank statement the other day. Well, you know, like that. And they were charging me £25 for a safety deposit box. So I thought, well, I used to have one. It had the deeds to my old house. I rings up, I said, can you tell me what's in it? And she said, well, it appears to be the deeds of your house. I said, well, you know, don't need them anymore. Well, I didn't think I needed them. Phoned the solicitor. She said, oh, it's all out of date, that, you know, paper deeds. It's all done electronically now. So I was negotiating. She said, Gully, can you come and pick them up? I said, well, it's a long way to come, like from Fleetwood all the way over to Prestwich, just to pick up the deeds. So she said, well, somebody else can pick them up for you if you give me all the details, blah, 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 blah. I said, well, how about they just get destroyed? You know. Oh, I don't know whether we can do that because it's not the bank property. It's your property. We don't know whether we can do that. Whether we can open the box and whether we can destroy them. Anyway, in the meantime, I was talking to my niece and she said, oh, that's a piece of history. Because on my deeds of my house, it's not just got my little house on it. It's got a big map dating from the 1930s that shows the estate as it was planned to be. It's like the builder's drawings, if you want to call it, as how he planned the estate to be. But of course the war happened and it never happened and it didn't get finished. It got finished but in a different way completely. So she goes, it's a part of history. She said, if you don't want them, she said, like the Historical Society maybe in Prestwich would love them. She said, anyway, I'd love to look at them anyway. She said, I've not seen, you know, the deeds like, you know. So, anyway, the bank said they were going to ring me today and they didn't. So I will ring them tomorrow. And, you know, in order for somebody to pick them up, they've got to say their date of birth, their nationality, their bank details, their whatever, their full name, take some ID with them and everything. And I thought, oh, my niece is going to love that bit. You know. And also I don't know when she can pick them up because, as you know, she works full time. She's a headmistress. So she works full time, so I don't know. I don't even know if they open Saturdays anymore. I'll have to find out. But it would be nice to see them once again. The old deeds. It's a massive big piece of paper. It's about that big. Huge. Huge, yeah. So, anyway, I hope you're all okay. I'm doing okay. The puppies are doing fine. My eyes are still watering, still running, which is another reason why I've not got any eye makeup on today. I get told off by the family, well, they won't heal up if you keep putting eye makeup on. But I feel undressed without eye makeup. I feel undressed without my beads. I feel undressed without my makeup. We ordered a new t-shirt. I ordered it big enough, because even though I've lost a lot of weight, I thought, no, I'll order it big enough. So I ordered it 3XL. The sleeves, honestly, like a tourniquet. I'm glad I didn't order the 2XL. I don't know how they get a size. It's so small. I mean, it's lovely material. It's lovely and silky. Gorgeous. You know, and I didn't pay much for it at all. That's probably why it's small. But honestly, I mean, if you are that big, your arms are usually big as well, you know. Oh, tell you what. Anyway, I've got 2 balls of this left. So, Jess, the young lady, had said to me, make some bright coloured, like a shorty cardigan. So I was going to try making a little, you know, festival top. But I think I'll change my mind. I think I'll either do a kiddie's cardigan in this colour, because it's kiddie colours, isn't it, really? A kiddie would like these sort of shades. I might make a children's cardigan, because I've got 2 balls, but you know, it goes absolutely miles and miles and miles. I don't know how many yards is on it, but it goes forever and a day. Does it tell me? It does, but I need the windows for this job. Can't see a thing. I'll be glad when I get some glasses, I really will. Yeah, 100 grams, 360 metres. And it says it's a number 2, that's why it was small. That's why it's small. Number 2's not double knit at all. Although it looks quite thick, doesn't it? That's why it's come out small. That just answered my question. I did find another pattern as well, if you liked that style, that they may still do, I don't know. This one's called, it's by Gourmet Crochet, and it's called the Uptown Downtown Shrug. You can wear it in 2 different ways, yeah. It's very, very similar to the one I've done, but I think it's a different stitch on the back. But I like these with the panel down the back, because when you're doing a circular one, you've got to be so careful that the circle doesn't land in the middle of your bottom. Otherwise, if you're using rainbow wool, you can tend to look as though you've got a giant bullseye on your bum. And also, like, it kind of sticks out. I can't get them to lie flat. If they go further up your back, if you can get one that starts in the centre of your back, which I've started doing now, they fit a lot better. So I may do a circular waistcoat, although I'm a bit unsure whether this is an adult's colour. I think maybe I will do a child's cardigan in it to use it up. Yeah. I've got all the colours I can. In fact, well, no, I'm not going to use those colours, am I? I'm going to use them for me. I could use the pale pink, couldn't I? That boho pale pink. And I could use the... Although actually, to be quite honest, I think I prefer cotton for these boho tops, because you may wear them on the beach, and, you know, acrylic can be a little bit hot and sticky, you know, if you're wearing it on the beach. Not that you'd be able to swim in it, because otherwise you'd be wearing something that drooped everywhere. They're more for posing, aren't they? For decorative looking on the beach, or for going to a festival. But they wouldn't be swimming, they'd go a bit droopy. We've all got those memories, haven't we? Of mothers knitting us swimsuits and trunks when we were young. Getting in the water and they go blurp. And you're sort of wearing them round your knees somewhere, yeah. I never had a knitted one, and my son swears I made him one when I didn't. But my mum did make me one that was like in shearing elastic, like bubbles all across. And that was the same. It fitted me from being about 2 to being about 12, you know. It just grew with me. And, but that was the same. That just grew the minute you went in the water. It was like, whoop. And everybody had them, so we were all in the same boat. We used to have a laugh and go, and make them hold water and say, look how fat I am, and make them go, When you're a kid, small things amuse you, don't they? Anyway, I've just wound that bit of a ball up. When it gets to the stage where it's sort of falling in on itself, I prefer to ball it up. Yes, I do have a ball winder. No, do I use it? No. I tend to wind everything by hand. Because by the time you set the ball winder up and you've done this, and you set your Swift up, you know, to put your skein on and that, you know, half an hour's gone by, hasn't it? So unless I was going to, yeah, I've done a ball while I've been talking to you. Unless I was going to do a lot of them, yeah. I mean, somebody actually, I think I mentioned this the other day, somebody at the knit club had said to me, you know, did I ever have one of those machines that you turn a handle? Oh. Yes, I do, but do I use it? No. I think I did tell you last week. The Addy, yeah. Yeah, that is my phone telling me to shut up because I'm going to get cut off. Shut up, phone. Right, I shall see you all maybe later in the week when I show you in my shed when I've tidied it up. So in the meantime, I will just say goodbye, and I hope you liked my stuff, and I hope you like the unbagging it with me. Okay, bye.